Hey, what's up? It's Matt in Japan, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look at Transformers Legacy Core Class Shockwave. Just a quick look at the packaging. There he is up top there in his spaceship mode, looking very cool. And I love the inclusion of the satellite dish accessory. That is a very neat attention to detail. So we have Takara Tomy, Generations logo. We have the Transformers logo on the top and the bottom. Transformers down the right side. There he is, Decepticon Shockwave in the packaging with his head intact, thank God. On the side, you have him in his robot mode, looking very shockwavy. He is a core class figure. On the bottom, you have includes figure accessory and instructions in the many languages. On the side, you have your Authentics logo with the Decepticon crew there. And on the back, you have some product info. And at the top, you have your actual product shot. So there he is, Shockwave. He converts in 11 steps from his spaceship mode to his robot mode. And I'm super curious about the satellite dish accessory. So can't wait to get this guy open and see what he's all about. So with that being said, let's do just that. All right, so here we have Core Class Legacy Shockwave out of the packaging. And before we get into his details, let's take a quick look at the one accessory he comes with. He does come with this very cool sort of satellite dish weapon here, accessory. And it's just done in a purple plastic. You have some little bit of sculpted detail there. And the silver paint on this is really nice. There's a little bit of some paint bleed down the bottom there on my copy, but not a big deal. And you actually have some nice red paint on the inside of the dish there. And I think that looks very cool. And it does have a 3mm peg there, so Shockwave can hold this very easily. It is actually a very tight fit, but that is not anything to complain about. So yeah, very cool. Actually, initial images of this guy, I thought this was part of his hand. It almost looks like he's kind of pinching it like that. But from the side view, you can tell that he's actually holding it in his hand. But yeah, I was sort of a little bit deceiving there of those first sort of initial images we got of him. But anyways, whoa, that's there goes the satellite dish. So we'll just take a quick look at his details here. So up close and personal here, we got the sort of yellowish green paint for the monocle there, the eye. There's actually a little bit of sculpted detail around the eye, and you get some nice silver paint on the background there. As far as a Shockwave head sculpt, it is very standard fare here, but very nice nonetheless. You get some nice silver paint on the other side of the either side of the antennas. You get some silver paint here for the chest, silver paint for the upper thighs and the feet. And you also get some silver paint details on the back, which we'll see more in vehicle mode. And going around the figure, you do get a lot of nice sculpted detail. You get some nice Decepticon logos on either side of the shoulder. Going down the figure, just nice sculpt work all the way around, especially in through the torso area and the leg area. Again, a very nice sort of update. There's also some silver paint on the side here. It's also a very nice update to some other Shockwaves we've had in the past. And that's how it looks from the back there. So to do some comparisons here, let's bring in some other sort of mini Shockwaves here. We have the Bumblebee movie Shockwave here, the Core Class Shockwave there. That's he stands a little bit taller than the Legacy one. And then we have the Combiner Wars Shockwave there, which I still think is a great little figure here. But I'm actually, the more I'm fooling around with this new Legacy figure, he's actually really fun to fool around with. And I really like the silhouette of this guy. The sort of guns in the background with his antenna there, and just the whole silhouette of this figure is actually very nice. So anyways, there's a quick comparison of some other Shockwaves. But yeah, let's get into transformation. Before we do that, let's get into some articulation. This guy is fairly articulated. He feels pretty tight. The head is just on a mushroom peg there. It can go all the way around like so. It's actually very tight. He doesn't really have much movement, not much up and down or side to side. Pretty much just a 360 there. His shoulders are on a joint here for transformation, so they can go up and down like so. And it's actually pretty tight. And everything else is just ball jointed, but he can get some nice arm movement. He has a 90-degree at the elbow, and there's nothing really at the upper bicep there, but he has a he has a ball joint for the shoulder and the elbow there. There's nothing at the waist, and his legs are also on little ball joints there, so he can do the full splits. His legs, I will say his legs are a little bit loose. I do have trouble standing him up there. These ball joints just need a little bit of tightening up, but other than that, it's pretty good. He does have a full 90-degree at the knee, and again, that's for transformation. Again, like the ball joint, you get the full 360, and there's nothing at the feet there. There's just one molded piece. The whole leg part is just one molded piece. So you get a pretty decent amount of articulation for this guy. So anyways, let's pause and let's get into transformation. All right, so getting into transformation for Core Class Shockwave here. First thing you want to do is take his arms and just throw them up like that. Throw your arms in the air. Wave him like you just don't care. Okay, sorry for that. And then you want to take on the hinges here. You just want to take his arms and put them up on the hinges. So his arms are on either side of his head like that. And then on the back here, you just want to unfold these little wing pieces here like so. And then you want to unclip. Those are just in place by some tabs and ports there. So you just want to unclip that. And then at this point, you want to take the head and just kind of squish it down. And ooh, easier said than done. Yeah, so it's a little bit tight. So you want to squish his head down, and basically that pops up this piece to come up here. And if you look here, there are 2 slots on either side of the wing pieces, and there are 2 little tabs right here and here that will just slot into these pegs like so. And these don't always stay in the best, so you kind of have to, during transformation, I probably have to peg those in again. They're not the tightest of connections here. So for now, we'll just kind of put them in place like so. So you should have something like that, looks something like that. And then what you want to do down here is you want to take this hip piece here and sort of unfold it. So this part comes down. And then what happens is that creates this little sort of notch piece right there. So what you want to do is just take the legs and actually want to just fold, just go like that. So you do actually extend that sort of lower hip part. And then what you want to do is just kind of face the feet forward. So the feet are facing each other like that. And then basically what's going to happen is, see the little slots here? There's 2 little slots on either side of the legs. These little slots are going to go into that little notch piece right there. And if you don't have it lined up, it's a little bit tricky. When I first started transforming this guy, it was a little bit tricky. I didn't have it lined up. But as you can see, let's see if I can get in closer. That little notch piece is going to just hook right under that little sort of tab like that. And that kind of locks it in place. And again, on this side, that little notch there underneath that little latch, and then it just clips together like so, like that, nice and tidy. And basically, yeah, when you put his head down, this little piece pops up on the sort of spaceship part. And then the last thing, let's see if these have come undone. Yeah, these have a tendency to come undone, and I'm going to show you a little, I don't know, I think, let's get this guy transformed properly, officially. And then the last thing I want to do is take this this little piece down here, and you want to just extend that like so, and that sort of solidifies the head, keeps the head down like that, and this sort of makes this piece a little bit more stable. So basically there you go. And then the final touch, of course, is the satellite dish on top. So there's a hole there, and you take your 3mm peg and you just peg on the satellite dish like so. And that is the vehicle mode for Legacy Shockwave. So actually a very cool sort of spaceship mode here. I really like it a lot. And getting into the detail here, you have tons of detail in the spaceship mode. You get some sort of missile pods back here. You get some nice little vents there. You get some intakes as well. Just a nice mode of detail that we didn't really see in robot mode. I do wish there was a little bit of paint on the front here. There's a little bit of molded detail there. I kind of wish they had done just a little bit, either some red or some silver, just to kind of break up that part. We do have some nice silver paint on either side here that we saw on the legs in robot mode. And yeah, let's get some nice wings here. That wasn't folded up. Make sure that part's folded up. And on the wings, you get some nice silver paint and some sort of blasters on either side. But yeah, all in all, a very cool sort of spaceship mode. And again, just the silhouette of this guy looks very, very cool. Just bringing in a comparison for the Combiner Wars Shockwave. And there's his sort of gun mode there. So that's sort of how the two compare there. And the Combiner Wars, they're pretty comparable as far as size. So that's how they look side by side there. So taking that guy out. Now, kind of one sort of fix I did. Again, these things don't really peg in so well, and I don't necessarily like the hands kind of floating around on the back there. So what I did was basically I took the arms here and I unpegged them. I took these guys and just sort of unpegged them like that. And then I definitely didn't do that. I didn't take the ball joint off there. Let's see if I can get that back in its place. Okay, so basically what I did was kind of unpeg the arms like that, and I sort of folded this like, let's see, how did I do it? I took the ball joint like that and sort of put it on either side like so. So just turn it around so the ball joint's facing that side, and sort of tucked away the arms underneath the wings. And I think that makes for a little bit cleaner back section on the spaceship mode. It actually hides the arms a lot better. It's actually nicer than just having the arms, sticking out the back. So it's kind of a little bit of a mod you can do on this figure. If you don't like the look of his arms just kind of sticking out, just unpeg that upper piece and just fold his arms out like that. And you have a little bit cleaner look in spaceship mode. So very, very cool. Also, with this piece down like this, I know I'll bring in another bigger figure to so you can hold this guy. I know that's for as like to duel as like a weapon, but as far as like the spaceship mode, he doesn't really stand. So if you want him to stand, the only thing is like once you put this up, this whole section just kind of goes up like that. So and again, these pegs don't stay in the greatest if you do the mod, but. And there goes the satellite dish as well. Geez, everything's just falling apart here. So anyways, that's just a thing you can do. Sorry for the rambling. But anyways, we're going to leave that down. And I'm actually going to keep those arms tucked away. And let's see here. Who do I got on hand? Ooh, look at that. We got Seed Shockwave. So here we go. Shockwave, holding Shockwave. That is pretty cool, actually. So there, he can be held in his spaceship mode as a gun. So let's just get a shot of that. Very, very cool. And actually the color matches, the color matches perfectly. I really love the deep purple of this figure and the fact that Shockwave himself can hold himself. That is a pretty cool thing right there. So anyways, let's take a pause and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so some final thoughts for Legacy Core Class Shockwave. This guy is great. He's an excellent figure. Love the color scheme. Love the purple in the silver paint. The fact that he has a very cool accessory with the satellite dish there just makes him all the better. And really love the alt mode too. I think the spaceship mode looks very cool. The transformation's fun. If you do that little mod too, you get a little bit cleaner look in the spaceship mode. And the fact that he can duel as a weapon for any deluxe class figure is definitely an added bonus. So yeah, overall, I highly recommend this figure. If you guys haven't picked them up already, definitely pick them up. You won't be disappointed. So anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. This has been Matt in Japan. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.